What's up? We're back.
What's up, guys? It's been a while.
It's been a while. We haven't been doing too many podcasts.
No.
Because we thought the live thing was going to work, but then every time the mic was messed up last time. It's up and live if you want to go watch it. Didn't post any clips. It's just because I feel like the quality's, of course, not as good live.
Yeah, the color.
The coloring, and I just prefer the good quality look. So I think what we're going to do is do some live, some not. And you also started a new job. So it's like the day that we had set to do the lives doesn't always work for her because she's working.
Yeah.
So
Things
if we can pre-record, we can pre-record stuff.
Whoops.
Whoa. If we could pre-record some and then also do live ones every once in a while, I feel like that's the best bet.
Yeah.
But a lot has changed. Government sucks. We had Ron DeSantis announce he was going to be president or running for president. We had Trump do some crazy shit that I don't even remember.
On Twitter?
Well, the Ron DeSantis thing, he announced his president thing on a Clubhouse type thing, but the Twitter version of that, and it was so glitchy.
Like 20 minutes.
Yeah, so it seems like we're either going to have Donald Trump or Joe Biden again as president. I don't think Ron DeSantis has a chance.
Was I watching that show with you? I'm not sure what show I was watching.
Breaking Points?
No, it was some other show. Some other news show. I don't remember. But I forgot what DeSantis said when he was on stage. Do you remember?
Oh my God. Okay, so I don't like woke. Like the far left wokeness either. But he's like,
woke.
No. He was like, this is where woke goes to die.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, you sound like a Nazi. No, I wouldn't go that far. But he just, it sounds like the most BS.
And someone did a clip, like a montage of him saying it every single time. And there's like multiple times of his saying
I'm not a giant hater around DeSantis. I just think he's cut from the same cloth as like Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, George Bush. All of them are just, all politicians. They are cut from the same cloth of, lobbyists and whatnot. And the only ones that aren't are like Andrew Yang, Donald Trump, Bernie Sanders.
Look at him and I feel like I can't trust him.
Yeah, and apparently I've seen like people talk about meeting him, like Dana White or like in the Nelk Boys meeting him, and he just, when he's not on stage talking in front of, he's not like personable. Like he's
I heard that.
He just can speak speeches, but he one-on-one, he's kind of like.
People are saying he's not even good with managing a crowd.
No, I mean it's all written. His stuff has to be pre-written for him.
But like engage.
Is he better than Joe Biden as president? I feel like anything at this point would be, but I just don't think he has a chance against Trump. I don't.
Yeah.
And I don't want Trump to win either, but I don't want Biden to win. I feel like Robert Kennedy? Have you seen him? He's running for president.
Really?
Yeah, he has a bad stutter or something like that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I don't keep up with it.
Let's see if the Kennedy curse is still going. If not, I mean, I hope not.
I hope not.
I really hope not, but
that would be wild if a Kennedy just popped into office.
And it's funny because now people are associating the thing that we said, or that news said, was MSNBC, whatever. It was a news segment by them, and then they were like saying,
That's what it was.
Ron DeSantis announces presidency on Twitter and on Elon Musk's Twitter, a sanctuary for the Republicans.
That was a good clip.
They're calling Twitter like some conservative misinformation spreading machine, which all media is. Yeah. And it's just funny that they're just...
That was like the worst fail, though. It was down for like 20 minutes.
It was not a good look for both Elon Musk and... But then Elon Musk makes billions of dollars off failures. And failures, like when they announced the Tesla truck and the window broke.
Yeah.
That got so much viral, like went so viral that was so much exposure for Tesla. Tesla spends zero money. They spend zero money on advertising, and that's the reason. Now with politics, when something happens like that, I would say there's no such thing as bad PR unless you're a politician, and then I think there is a line.
No PR is bad PR.
Yeah, something like that.
No PR is bad PR.
But head to head, Trump or DeSantis, who do you think will win? Not who you'd vote for.
Trump.
I think Trump. I feel like
he still has so many ride or die people, that stand behind him, and I mean I don't like Trump that much. But
no, I don't like Trump either.
He is engaging with what he says, and I do.
He
he can work a crowd better than DeSantis.
He can work, and
one thing he's. I mean,
and he doesn't only work a crowd better. He is not afraid to be in front of a crowd roasting you.
And it's like the value that he puts out, and when he talks about when he like does a speech or something, it is engaging to where I like, even if you don't know what's going on, you're like, I kind of believe this guy. Mm-hmm. But DeSantis, you look at him, you're like, I don't trust this man.
No, and like let's be honest, like what he passes some of the dumbest stuff. Like he's suing Disneyland, or Disneyland's suing them. Like, why are you picking a fight with that stuff? Like, I get like they spread wokeness, but I don't think it almost seems like
the wokeness is so beyond me.
Yeah, it's like his mentality is like the 70s U.S. trying to stop communism in Vietnam. He's trying to stop the spread of wokeism in America. I think it's a bigger picture if you stop focusing on stop spreading the wokeness instead of like teaching people that there's a different viewpoint other than woke or conservative. There's a middle viewpoint.
Yeah.
That's where I feel like more politicians need to start doing. But they just kill the, like when he said that was the most ridiculous. Yeah, this is where woke dies. Man, that just sounds stupid.
It sounds so bad. When they put it in the montage and that clip comes up, I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
I know. And I just, so like from the Democrat side, I don't know. I mean, Biden will probably run again, but I'd hope Robert Kennedy puts a run for his money and steals it. And then what if we have another Kennedy in office?
Well, honestly, the more wild like the candidates are, the more I want to be involved.
Yeah.
And like actually look at the stuff, because if it's boring, nobody's looking at it.
See, the thing with Trump is you know what you're getting with Trump. Any other politician, DeSantis, Biden, any politician who's like career as a politician, Bill Clinton, George Bush, Mitt Romney, you don't know what you're getting. They just say what you want to hear on both sides, and then they lean into their lobbyist donors when they get elected. And someone like Trump or Andrew Yang and even Bernie Sanders, they don't lean into their lobbyists but donors because they don't rely on them, or they like Trump's just rich as shit, so he doesn't have to rely on it as much. But then Andrew Yang and Bernie Sanders, they're at grassroots more donors, where it's more people like us voting to get their money to fund their campaigns, so they don't have to listen to them as much. So at the end of the day, more people need to get involved in politics. I feel like I just don't know how.
I would start with like not watching the news, like going on, like not watching
one news, like watching
Fox News, like just watching everything, especially the ones online, like on YouTube that are not mainstream media.
Yeah.
Because they're more entertaining, first of all. And they kind of break it down for you better than like a blind person that doesn't know anything about politics.
Yeah,
watching the news, because they're like trying to just persuade you one way.
And that's why there needs to be more places on network TV like CNN and Fox, like Breaking Points, where you have Crystal and Sagar who are separate on different sides, but they're both the hosts.
Yeah, and it keeps it young and light, because they're not like, every news person on mainstream media is just like old.
Yeah.
No one's really young anymore.
And that's the problem, and that's why it's dying. I hope you can't see this, Mark. I went fishing before this and got some dirt on my hands.
Weren't supposed to.
Yeah, last minute I saw a big bass on the shore. He had to throw some casts. It did not work.
But there's a big one in there.
There was.
I bet y'all catch him
It's
first.
like that big. I'm up. You've only caught one bass to my two. We've only been fishing twice though, so it's pretty good numbers. 3
But
fish. You
we'll
do
be
get a little
fishing
fish
more.
like that big, but anyways, now earlier podcasts we did mention how we didn't agree too much about their casting of the Little Mermaid.
Oh yeah.
But it got good reviews. I never said it wasn't going to be a good movie. I just felt like a little odd. Like for me, as watching the ones growing up, even with Lion King.
I feel like most people around this age is probably like, oh, it sucks.
Yeah, I didn't like what they did with the Lion King.
Stuff. Yeah.
Like it was good, but it's just the same thing. And then like they should have changed it in the Lion King's like standpoint. But this Little Mermaid, I was like, I don't know. It's just. I don't know if it fits, but if I watch it and it's good, it's good. I just don't agree with
and
the
I heard
casting
the lead role, I don't know her name, the actual mermaid. Whoops. But I heard she's like very sentimental with how people are reacting.
Is she?
To her. Yeah, like young people are coming up to her. She's like, it's kind of like a soul movement type of thing. And I was like, oh, like a child healing type of thing. So.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense for me because like.
I mean, I don't like the new Lion King.
Me either. I mean, that could just be me, and I feel like since it takes place in like the 1800s.
Yeah.
If you're thinking period like what it was like for a minority in those days, I guess they're just gonna kind of ignore that.
I'm also just biased to movies that I was attached to when I was young, and how they're remaking them and making new
changing
ones.
them.
Yeah. Like Fast and Furious, they're still making them.
Yeah, but they're not. They're adding to those. They're on 10. Like they.
Yeah.
We've already had this comment on the past podcast. They need to reboot it. Different. Like at this point, I liked them because it felt like an authentic racing movie for the first like 3, 4.
Yeah. Oh, the first one.
Even maybe
so
the
good.
fifth one a little bit. The fifth one is when they started like it's like this is kind of unrealistic. The fourth one, it was heading there. It's like
OG's number 1.
Because I liked it because it felt like I could potentially become like a street racer.
And I wanted to. I was
Now I cannot.
What, the little pink lady?
I cannot take my car into space and have it come crashing down and live. Like that's unrealistic.
Yeah.
They need to reboot it. Like I said in the they need a previous podcast. Go watch it. They need to reboot it. Have it in Atlanta. Have it take place in the underground Atlanta scene.
Anyone can say anything about all those movies, and I'll still be for all those movies.
All of them.
I just love the series. I love what they.
You haven't seen? Do you like the new ones?
I haven't seen the new one that's coming out. I don't know if it's out yet, or the last one. I think I've seen all of them up until that.
I haven't seen anything past 5.
Oh, I kept going.
No, like
because I had to.
After Paul Walker died, I was like, bro, it's the perfect ending. He gets sent off.
That was the perfect ending.
Or was it the 6th? It might have been the 6th one where he left. 5 or 6.
It's sad because I was hoping they would stop.
They needed to.
It would have been perfect. And now it's like, when do we stop? Now it's when, because everyone's still going to watch it every year. Either they needed to
stop it with the main cast and like break off and do like where it's like their kids or something like that.
I think they did one movie.
They did one where it was Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
Oh, Tokyo Drift was number 2 or 3.
No. I think it's Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that one looks stupid.
I mean, they all look stupid after 5 and 6. They literally have been getting worse and worse and worse and worse to the point that now people just go. It's not like a serious movie anymore. It's like anime. It's almost like anime where it's so outrageous, but that's what does well overseas. So that's why a lot of companies are going with that like big.
Time moves so fast.
It does and it doesn't. So I watched a study that actually it slows down the older you get. So you learn how to appreciate it more.
Oh yeah, I used to not appreciate time at all.
Yeah.
Like the matter of rushing through your day, or not even like consciously knowing you're doing it. Mm-hmm. Some people just like rush through their day and don't like enjoy, like not even being lazy, just like have a morning routine, have a night routine, take a break in the middle of the day, even if it's like 5-10 minutes, or just like enjoy the day, go outside. I feel like I used to just like wake up or like go to work, be there for hours, come home, go to sleep. Like it's not living a life. And I feel like I feel like time moved fast. Mostly saying that because like when you look at videos and movies like that, you're like, oh, they've been doing it for 5-10 years. I'm like, dang, where'd that go?
They've been doing it longer than that.
Yeah, it's like, where'd that go? But then, I don't know. Getting old is weird. Oh, I'm 25 next month.
Yeah, you turn 25 next month. But I guess, I mean, I don't want to go. If we were heading towards your birthday, we shouldn't go to your birthday yet. It's too far from your birthday to talk about.
No, I don't want to talk about my birthday.
But going back to the routine thing, I feel like it's so important. I wouldn't say to just get in one single routine, but like understand the power of routines. Like whether, if you own your business or if you work a 9 to 5, you need to find a routine that fits your body, your mentality, what your goals. And like if you work a 9 to 5, you need to have a routine that works around your 9 to 5 and then your side hustle. If you own your own business, you need to have a routine that works around your business. For instance, like I'm a business, I don't work a 9 to 5. I can stay up till 5, 6 a.m. working. So I need to organize where I get all my work for in the morning at 5 a.m., which I'm going to bed at. And then waking up at 10. So I get 5 hours of sleep, 6 hours of sleep, and then. But honestly, like if you work on 9 to 5, you need to have the opposite as where you're waking up at 5 or 6 a.m. and then. And
it's honestly like respect, like the whole rushing to get ready to start your day is so overrated. Like, especially if you have a 9 to 5. Get the frick up in the morning. Mm-hmm. Do something for yourself before you go put all your energy into something else. Like, it's so important.
Yeah.
To, like, work. Like, if you have to be at work at 8, don't get up at 7. Get up at 6, get up at 5. And do something. Like, I've always felt in tune and good when I have a routine or when I stick to a routine. When I don't, I feel like I'm so out of whack. You know what I mean?
And I feel like you also need to realize it's okay to break a routine too.
Yeah.
Like it's just sometimes you're in a rut, or sometimes like
for sure.
Even if you're working 9 to 5, like you might have to work late. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you should, only get 3-4 hours of sleep that night and still get up at 5. I mean, work late and then sleep in later. Like, but just always know that having a routine is something you fall back on.
I think one of the main things is every single day take time for yourself. And that's why working out is like the easiest in my opinion.
Yeah.
Meditating, reading a book, sitting down, staring at a wall, going for a walk, like do something for yourself every single day. And I feel like it'll keep you present, keep you on track, enjoy your day. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how much you have to work. Do something for yourself. Like you deserve to have time for yourself every single day. Or you're just going to be distance all this freaking time. You know what I mean? Yeah,
and then piggybacking off of that, like, have time for yourself, and in that time it could be bettering, your health, like you said, working out, or it could be bettering your mental, whether that's meditating or teaching yourself something, reading a book. Like, I really got back into creating for myself this past couple months where...
This has been so beautiful to see.
Yeah, thank you. I know. Like a Picasso, some people say. And they say like I'm this generation's Picasso, but...
You just work so hard.
I know.
And
it's hard.
He's so annoying.
It's hard to be Picasso. I mean, when in the middle of the night is idea. No. I'm like... but like going piggybacking what I was going off of, I do think like you need like... creating for myself where like I'm creating for clients, like I'm now creating just because like going back to like, okay, I found this viral song, I feel like I can create something cool with this, and I'll just hop into Unreal or hop into Stable Diffusion, take old footage. These past couple weeks I've been slacking on it again, but it's because these past couple weeks I've been teaching myself more about the mocap side of stuff, which is more like watching YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I attended a Rococo webinar this week, and what they're doing is going to help speed up my workflow and stuff like that. So, there's just so much stuff. You just always find a hobby or something.
Yeah, I feel like also if you don't pour into yourself, like being creative and an artist, like you don't have to be the best artist or creative as frick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Writing your thoughts down on paper, coloring.
That's what I need to get better
doing
at.
art, doing something that like you can express yourself through. I've loved weightlifting, and I've always loved weightlifting and training and running and stuff because it's the best form of expression for me. You know what I mean? But some people don't express themselves in ways that their body responds positive to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and some people don't even know. Like, you have to find that. It doesn't just come. You're not born knowing what like brings you happiness and brings you like that lax feeling, that good feeling in the inside, what makes you happy. You have to just find it, and whatever it is, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Every single day, because then you feel good.
Yeah.
You know.
And then not even if, consistently. Find something that you can do consistently first. Maybe it's like once a week first. Maybe consider if you're going from someone who's not working out at all, try just working out once a week.
I always say you gotta start small.
Yeah.
And
celebrate your wins.
Yeah.
Which I suck at doing.
You suck at doing that.
I never celebrate.
Suck at doing that. I mean, I do too. That's another thing, because I feel like you...
I'm giving hypocritical advice.
You you work hard and then you just don't celebrate the small things that you've overcome or how far you've gone. And then once you're sitting in it and you're in the midst of it, it's just passing you by.
Yeah.
And that's another thing where I'm like, you need to slow down so you don't miss all the good things that are happening in the now. You can't just start living once you're accomplished or once you're at this state in your life. You have to live for the now, or it's like there's no point. It's just passing you by. You know what I mean?
No, I completely agree.
You know.
Well, was that the end of your?
Oh yeah, it's done.
Anything else?
Just do what.
Ooh, can I have some water?
Oh yeah, of course.
You never let me have some water. I forgot my water.
And drink your water. He drinks a lot of water now. Because we found his good bottle. But drink your freaking water, man.
All right. Now, also, what's also coming out with The Machine.
Oh my gosh.
Bert Kreischer. I think we had a podcast. We mentioned we saw him live.
We were out fishing, so I'm scratching my shoulder.
But we saw him live. Pretty good live. His openers killed. He was good. It's just his openers were pretty damn good too. So it was an all around really good show.
Yeah, especially I don't know. That was my first comedy show, so obviously you don't want the openers to bomb. But they were good. They were so good.
One of the guys, Mark and whatnot, they all killed. And it was so good that when he did the Machine story at the end, I didn't like it.
I was tapped out.
I was tapped out because I was like, I've heard this story so many times that it doesn't make sense for me to listen to it again. But I still listen to it. But he did a quicker version, I think, because he says he has different versions. But The Machine, the movie's coming out.
He's marketing for that movie like crazy. Did you
see
the last
half
one?
Naked.
Where he's like, everyone likes my butt. And then he starts talking and it's in the front.
I think I see that one. With a towel?
Yeah, it comes off and the butt's in the front. I'm like, oh my goodness.
So people are like, you got to retire this story. It's not the story.
Oh yeah,
it's as if he's. I don't know if okay. So from what I know, it doesn't follow the exact Machine story the whole time. It's like those are flashbacks, and it's what if the Russian mob kidnaps him today because he told that story. So it does like flashbacks, present, past. And between the two.
I thought it had something to do with his dad in this one.
Yeah,
and
so his
dad's
dad,
not in the other one. In the actual story.
Yeah, the actual story is when he's in college. So it's him now going back, getting captured by Russians, the mob, because of telling that story.
Yeah.
And so it's mostly him fighting crime, I think, while also having flashbacks of him, what actually happened. So I feel like it's a mix of both. And so
I saw somebody they were on a podcast, and the guy's like, so how's the Russian mob thinking about this right now? And he's like, oh, they're cool. They're cool with it.
Yeah, the movie's either going to be really good or really bad.
We're all going to watch it. You're going to watch it.
I'll see what the Rotten Tomatoes reviews are first, and then
I have to watch it because I just don't.
I'll watch it.
I'll wait till it gets on like.
Okay, so if it's good,
internet.
We'll go to the movie theater and watch it. But if it's on Rotten Tomatoes with
Did you hear that? We're going to the movie.
No, but if it's on Rotten Tomatoes with 25%, 13% by audiences, I'm gonna wait till that I can get that on a legal website.
That's true. Hopefully it's good so we can go. I haven't gone to the movie theater.
I've seen. I watched a video recently. It was like the era of comedies since 2000. There hasn't been one good comedy released. Not 2000 since 2020.
Oh, that's true though.
The 20s, the 2000s, the 2010s had like Step Brothers, Hangover, but since 2020, there hasn't been one good comedy unless if you're counting kids movies. But animation,
the whole movie industry. I didn't say this. It's just compared and shows compared to what we grew up with. They're all like
it's because
it's hard. It's hard out here being a movie watcher.
So this is what
watcher.
This is what I see is gonna happen. So, and if you know anything about film history, back in the day, there was the film industry. The major studios were control of the kind of like the distribution.
Yeah.
But then there was a wave of indie filmmaking that happened where because there were so many big movies going on that people got sick of like big. I forget what the time period. I think it might have been maybe the 60s or 70s, but a wave of small era like more close to like Taxi Driver, like movies where it was like smaller, not as big, started coming because you had the Western era, where the Western era, I think, is what is superheroes, right? Superhero movies. So the Westerns of like the 50s and early 60s is what superhero movies are happening, and then those started being so overdone that then you had started having a new wave of independent filmmakers coming in, and this independent film, smaller movies wave coming in where it was more like one or two characters that were like you really follow like one or two characters. And so I feel like something like that's going to happen in the next years because I'm not saying all superhero movies are bad, but people are getting sick of them.
Speaking of movies.
What?
There's like Netflix releasing that they're going to start charging you for shared accounts.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I think it's $8, $8
per house.
We've been using your mom's since I've known you.
Yeah, I don't watch Netflix enough to buy them an account. I don't watch. I watch too much YouTube.
I feel like obviously their sales are gonna go up. I would think. You would think.
Okay, so this is the problem with Netflix.
I'm so upset though because they're so wrong for doing that. Just let us have something for free.
So now, I mean, let's be honest. Once you start streaming stuff, Netflix, if I wanted to, anything that's on Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus, I can get on the internet for free if I try hard enough and find it. Someone in some country has done, the internet god's work of scraping it off that website and putting it on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what if there's a good show, that's what I'll do. I just don't watch too much Netflix. I watch YouTube podcasts.
So I was making a smoothie this morning and I realized this random thought that came in my head. I'm like, we don't watch that much TV.
No. I mean, we watch YouTube.
Yeah. But like, we watch YouTube every day, but like, I feel like when we were younger, you would sit down and watch TV. Like it was a...
Yeah, you like watch TV with my back. Oh, my back just cracked.
But you don't sit down and watch TV anymore. It's like a waste of time, and nothing's good.
Cable TV, but I mean, people do sit down and watch like Netflix series.
Yeah, and like your free time, I guess.
We did watch the Chimp Empire. I mean, I did.
I like that.
Yeah.
So I guess at night, but I feel like you used to watch
good.
way much more TV. It's so easy not watching TV here, though.
But it's because TV now shares the same...
Brainwashing.
Well, TV, like... Watching TV is now competing with watching videos on your phone.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not like we gained more hours in the day. People are still working probably 9 to 5s and whatnot.
I feel sorry for the young people.
Yeah, and I do and I don't. So I'm kind of split. Like people like say, "Oh, don't give iPads to your kids," but then also your kids have access to so much more information with that iPad than one single book. So if you allow them to use it in a way where it's giving them information,
Yeah, and I
and
think there just has to be
educational,
a designated time.
yeah,
Mind you, I don't have kids, so I'm not touching on how hard it is and to entertain them and stuff. But to give your kids like just sorry fix of when they're crying or something, hand them a laptop or a phone. I just don't like that. I don't like seeing it.
yeah. I mean,
I was actually waiting on somebody, and it was so funny because it was a family, and this little, like the youngest sister had her earphones on, and she was like this, and her older sister was like, "Get off the phone," and I was just serving them because I started waitressing.
wait, the sister was on her phone.
Yeah, and her older sister was looking at her. I was like, "Get off the phone," and I was like, "Yes, big sister." It's rude. Don't do it when you're eating. And yeah, I just started waitressing for the first time. So far, so good.
Well,
Dun dun dun.
talking about getting off your phone, Montana bans TikTok.
Okay. Shout out Montana.
So
I'm with it.
I
I don't know.
no,
I
no.
don't know.
So I am not for it unless if TikTok broke laws, like you know how Facebook shared information like that. If they did if TikTok did something like that,
They're fighting back.
then yeah, I know. If TikTok did something illegal where they're sharing our information unwillingly and we're with the Chinese government, then yeah, I actually agree with the ban. But if it's just because some political lobbyist stuff, because I also read something that Google, Instagram, are all like lobbying politicians to go against TikTok. So if there's actually something behind it, then yeah, I'm for the ban. But if it's just because some political BS, then I don't care. I feel like TikTok's a tool that you could use, and if it's being taken advantage of by the Chinese government, then yeah, ban it. But if it's not,
My brain's not that fast for TikTok.
Yeah.
My brain hurts in like within 20 seconds.
And you just don't know what to hear anymore. Some people are like, "Yeah, ban it," and then some people are like,
"For what?
You're killing our Second Amendment speech," which is so funny because now like the left is like saying like you're banning TikTok, you're breaking our First Amendment, but then they're like, ban Twitter. Yeah. But you got banned Twitter. It's like, bro, you guys are ridiculous.
And like, let me know out of all those people who actually have read the customer agreement.
I haven't read.
I read the whole thing.
Oh,
I read the whole thing after The Rock told me to. I did.
Okay, what's section 2A?
Look, my memory is not that good, but I swear I read the whole thing.
Okay, well.
Was I shocked? Yes. Did I just put it down? Yes, but I mean, I feel like once it's already downloaded on your phone, there's no going back, so deal with it. And it's not like every other app's not doing what TikTok's doing. Who the hell is that?
Sorry. I just flashed the next news subject that we were going to bring up. News segment. A man has been arrested for shooting his roommate during a fight about eating the last Hot Pocket. Police in Kentucky say
the pepperoni Hot Pockets.
Hey, Billy, you know where my Hot Pocket go?
Hot Pocket go.
Where'd it go? I ate it. What the fuck? Just shoots it.
Okay,
what type of gun did he shoot? He's smiling in his picture too.
He's smiling.
I need to edit this in post.
That's not funny. I hope the guy's alright. Is the guy alright? Did he die?
Let's see it, man.
I didn't eat it.
Clifton Williams got angry Saturday and began throwing tiles at his roommate after the roommate ate the last Hot Pocket. The victim told police, according to a court citation. The roommate, he said, tried to fight back before telling Williams he was leaving, the citation said. I hate how they say citation so much in this. Citation says. As the roommate was leaving, Mr. Williams went inside the residence and got a gun. The victim told investigators. Williams then shot his roommate in the ass while he was trying to leave. You ain't my man,
Motherfucker, you got me! You got my ass! Is that the guy? No, it's not the guy.
This is Clifton Williams. That's him.
Oh. Yeah, he ate my damn pocket. I shot him right in the ass. That is
the funny
incredible.
part, in the ass while he was trying to leave, according to the citation. CNN has reached out to an attorney for Williams. Williams was being held on a $7,500 bond. That's not that much for like almost attempted murder. I guess in the ass if you're not aiming for anything.
Smiling.
Yeah, he's smiling.
So that's a great roommate story. Yeah, I had this crazy roommate. You know, I ate his last Hot Pocket and he shot me in the ass.
Now this is CNN trying to turn it into a gun violence thing.
Oh my god.
The incident is one of the most recent examples of a disagreement escalating to gun violence in a country with more civilians, guns than people.
Oh my gosh.
See, like that's where media is like, why are you turning this into a gun violence argument? Like, and trying to make this like a nationwide.
He just shot his roommate because he ate his Hot Pocket. End of story.
This is in Kentucky.
Don't eat my damn Hot Pocket.
There's so much worse things going off, not only in America, but in the world. And then you're getting mad at a little disagreement of a little shot in butt.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Is it right? No, but...
Did you hear about there might be a serial killer in Atlanta?
Well, there's probably multiple of them, but...
I think it was in Atlanta when these guys kept dying with the same last name or something, or the same name. And it's like
so that's just like he's executing a whole family?
No, it was like Steven or Steve or
there's a bunch of Steves?
Yeah, a bunch of different like people, but like the same name.
Like he's
or
just
like
going
Michael
down,
Steven. Yeah.
He's just going like into the call directories of like Atlanta, just going off all the S's.
Somebody named Steve and fucked him over.
Was it Steve, the name?
I don't remember if it was Steve. I feel like it was, or like John. They kept finding bodies in the lake.
Jeez.
And that's not why they're not letting you swim at Lanier this weekend. That's not why. I thought that was why for a second. That's not why.
Well,
I don't know why.
Now we go to our grind our gears segment.
What grinds my gears?
Yeah. This week on What Grinds My Gears. Lexi, go.
This week on What Grinds My... Okay, what grinds my gears is... Dare I say, people speeding in front of my house?
Yeah, we live... Yeah, that definitely...
I don't like when... First of all, I was like this when we lived in Jacksonville. People speeding in front of the house.
Yeah, because we had dogs.
Yeah.
We still have dogs, but...
But even now more so, I don't like when people speed in front of my house.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't.
It's rude.
Yeah, and then also, I think they're Airbnbers.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to drive. We live on a mountain where the roads, it's not like a normal 2-lane road. You have to show space. So that if they're speeding down that road and I'm running, you're running, people walk their dogs.
Danger
zone. Hit someone. So that definitely grinded my gears too. They were going fast.
And it's not like we never have random puppies running around.
I mean, we do have...
Jade, the neighbor's dog is so small. What if so happened that dog was running?
Salty?
Yeah, Salty is small.
Salty is small.
So they could have knocked Salty down.
There are a lot of small dogs around here. So
yeah. Just... and our road's dirt, so like they left a huge dirt... cloud when they drove by.
Yeah, remember like a rock dirt road in front of our house, so it's like...
Just don't speed near my house.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a good what grinds your gears.
And
what grinds my gears?
Is me.
Well, yeah. Yes. What grinds my gears? What grinds my gears is... God, I should have prepared for this. I don't really know what grinds my gears right now. I guess what grinds my gears... Oh, HBO Max. Yo, we used to have AT&T for internet, but they don't serve it here anymore. So we thought we got free HBO Max with our phones. So I thought I was signed in. They make it seem... So what grinds my gears is when Netflix... they make it seem like you're using the app normal, and I go to play the movie after looking for 30 minutes, and it says I have to set them an account.
It's ridiculous.
Like, tell me this before I start scrolling. Because I just wasted 30 minutes, and now I don't want to even see this movie. That's what grinds my gears.
Yeah, that was really annoying. I was so...
And then that makes you... I felt the anger of like, you know what? I'm just going to buy it. But then I was that's what they want.
They want to get you.
They want me to get that. Like, I already have the movie set up. I just need to click. And then now it says, set up your account. I'm like, no.
They want to get you, mate.
Yeah. So that grinds my gears. My ring hit that. That was kind of loud. You have another one? Where's that?
I don't know why.
Get him, Lex.
But I don't know. Okay, I don't know why, but I am a 24 and a half and a quarter.
90%?
24, 90, whatever, woman. I'm a 24-year-old woman.
I'm 24 and 11 months.
If I meet you and you're a grown man, there is no reason to call me cutie pie. Yeah. I'm not talking about old people, because they can do what they want. Yeah. Shout out old people, they can do what they want. I'm talking about a grown man who's probably like 35,
that is a little
36.
Weird.
There's no reason why you should call me sweetie pie, cutie pie, unless you're an old person.
Old mans get the pass. If you're
dads, maybe get the pass.
If you're maybe above 40, you kind of get the pass. But the 50s is probably where it starts. But anywhere below 55, 60, it's questionable. I mean, I just named off a bunch of age gaps, but
you just don't do it.
Yeah, it is kind of weird if you're like in your 30s. I mean, the individual's just hitting on you. So. Yeah,
but just don't do it. It's annoying.
I mean, you're working too, so that's also the weird part about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but you're a waiter now, so.
Lexi would be fine.
You did say.
Hey, cute pie.
Well, did the tip you get at least?
What's up, cutie? Yeah. That's just so weird. Because what am I, like, if I said it to a man, what's up, handsome? It's immediately, like, I'm overly extending the flirt. If a guy says it to me, it's like, whatever.
I have had old women call me handsome.
Old woman. Yeah. They can do what they want.
Hey, handsome.
Old people can do what they want. And that's why I love old people.
It is kind of it is kind of weird when a younger woman waiter calls me, like, baby or babe. Yeah. Or, like, not babe, what's it, not cutie.
Sweetheart.
Sweetheart is a little weird. Like, when a young girl calls you sweetheart and she's a waiter, hey, sweetheart.
But there's actually an age limit.
But there was another one, I think is not baby, but it was like, maybe, I forget what
There's an age limit, because I've had, like, old women be like, oh, he's, like, a cute, like, oh, you're a cutie, or, like, while we're out together. And then I had this waiter, I didn't tell you, I had this waiter, we sat down, and she's like, what can I get for you, baby? I'm like, that's just weird.
To you?
To you. Or we're sitting at the table. And she wasn't the age. She wasn't the age of, like...
I think I do remember that. I think that wasn't
person that I'd be like, oh, whatever.
Was it? It wasn't here. It was in Jacksonville?
I think so. I think it was in Jacksonville.
I feel like
but, like, it was at the age, it was like...
The young Hispanic girl.
You're young, and you're saying, baby, that's weird. Like, grow up a little, and then you can say that. But...
Yeah.
Anyway... That's weird.
Like that so that grinds your gears?
That grinds me a little bit.
So what grinds your gears is when
I've always been called out of my name. Yeah. And I hate when people call me out of my name.
Yo, now that you bring out name, my next one, what grinds my gears is when people call me Wesley. That grinds my gears.
I'm like Weston, alright?
How do you get, like, oh, what's your name? Weston. Wesley?
Bro, every time.
How do you get Wyatt? Because it's just Wesley's so much common, I guess, and then they're like, What? Then they say Wesley,
nice
thinking that they
Wesley.
need to correct me. Like I'm saying, oh no, your name's Wesley.
I'm like,
right? Not Weston. No, it's Weston. So then sometimes I'm just
I
supposed to
always
say
correct
West.
people. It's great. I'm like, no, it's Weston.
Yeah, it's hard because maybe it's just old people. They hear the West and
They're
they stop
done.
paying attention.
They're done.
Weston. Wesley?
Wesley.
No, Weston.
Wesley.
And I'm like, it just hurts my
Brutal.
ears when I hear the word Wesley. I'm
Brutal.
like, so if I'm ordering at a counter where they say your name at the end, Wes.
Yeah.
Because if you call me fucking Wesley, I swear, and
As
I'm going to bleep
gear
out this
grinding
company
at
stuff.
its finest.
Yeah.
Gear grinding.
And that's why you want to be called Elexius now. Even though she calls everyone, she waits Lexi.
So sometimes I throw it in there, and I'm like Elexius, and
How's the results?
great. Oh, that's a beautiful name. Thank you. This lady gave me a hug. I love doing this stuff.
So start introducing as Elexius.
I changed it, and I was like, let me try this one more time. Let's see who I am. But yeah, Wesley. Freaking A. I meant Elexius. I actually love my name.
Elexius.
Didn't get to use it for like 24 years of my life, so I might switch it up. So if you see me on the streets, just call me Elexius. It's a hard switch.
Even though
I just hate the correcting. The correcting is what gets me.
I'm pretty sure, like in the description,
Elexius.
I'm pretty sure in the description of the podcast it says Lexi and Weston. Lexi.
And you put that there, right?
Yeah.
Don't put, no respect on my name.
You just made this change like a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Always changing, always evolving. What can I say? Believe it, achieve it.
Jeez. Okay. Well, what is there else to talk about? You got any new topics you want to bring to the table? Anything new with your life you want to let the viewers know?
You know what's weird? I feel like don't get me wrong, Lila had made me feel like a dog mom when we first got Lila. Love Lila, whatever. But she's fully grown, so I didn't get through like the baby stages with her.
Yeah.
Or her growing up.
Odin's in the teenage
Odin's
stage.
a teenager right now, and I'm feeling it.
Yeah, it's crazy how dogs go so quickly through baby to teen because he's 8 months.
Woke up one day and he's a teenager. I was sitting back looking at him the other day, and I'm like, he's just a grown man walking around here.
He obeys, but he did purposely today. Every time we're walking him, he knows not to bark at kids.
Yeah.
Kid comes walk.
I'm like,
bro, what? You don't bark at the old people coming up walking down the street.
Yeah.
But you bark at the little kid, and now the kid's mom. Oh, that's a big dog. Stay away from him, Billy. I don't know if the kid's name was Billy, but the kid was walking to
the
him.
Little kids don't care.
Yeah, the kids don't care.
As
his mom
adults.
has a kid. Stay away from him, Jimmy, or whatever. He's a big one. I'm like, this is why he's going to training.
Yeah.
Odin, that kid was gonna come pet you if you didn't bark at him.
He's at the age where we get judged.
Yeah,
the judging has started, which is.
Yeah, I mean,
I love it.
And then we have both of them. It's double judging because we have a pit bull and a big mastiff. And he's not even big yet. He's only 110 pounds, a little less. He's 8 months. And then...
Some people haven't seen big dogs for them to be
God,
Odin.
yeah.
And I'm so biased. And also, you're just so used to stuff. So, I see him in the wild. In the wild. I'm in the world. And I'm in the wild. But in the world. And people react to him whoa, that's a bit... I'm like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and... It's just so funny because, people who own little dogs, they allow their dogs to bark, growl at people, nip at people's hands and feet, and out of anger.
I'll just clear
the air. But then, if a big dog does that, granted, they're bigger, so it hurts more. They're a terrible owner.
I clear the air right now for you. Little dogs get to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And even if they're bad, vicious animals, all right? And big dogs just get a bad rap because they're big.
Yeah. And honestly,
sizes do matter.
Yeah, I mean, and Odin's bark is intimidating.
Yeah, but we lived next to a lady that had 4 Chihuahuas, and when we owned Lila, people think Lila's big.
We did.
We lived not Coco.
I never saw them.
They had 4 Chihuahuas, and if I was outside with Lila, they would be kind of afraid to bring her. I'm like, Lila is going inside because she's annoyed by your dogs.
Yeah.
vicious animals. Nothing against Chihuahuas, but you just look in the mirror sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
Size
it's
does.
like it takes the same. I feel like roughly the same skill to train both types of dogs. Maybe a little more for bigger dogs,
But
or less for bigger dogs. I don't know, but I feel like if you're gonna judge, I judge small dog owners whose dogs are so out of the. So like if your dog's barking at someone and like. It needs to be better trained, no matter what the size of the dog.
Yeah,
Odin did one. Oh, didn't do anything else, and that lady freaked out. But
like it's also I understand, and obviously Odin's going for training for 2 weeks. I think you already mentioned that, but like I understand it because I see dogs downtown that are like full-grown German Shepherd size, and they don't have a choke collar or they're pulling their owner, and I'm like, train your dog, get a. That's a prong collar on your... Like, it's not for me. I have the most confidence in my dog. It's for you. I have this prong collar for you.
Yeah.
If you have a big dog, get a freaking prong collar.
If you have a big dog...
Don't let them yank you in public.
Yeah, if you have a big dog that yanks and...
ridiculous.
Lunges at people, and you don't have a prong collar on them, you're asking for the dog to hurt itself, to hurt someone.
Yeah.
You to get in trouble. Like, the prong collar only hurts the dog... if it's pushing, and like the only way you're gonna hurt the dog is if you're an abusive owner. So
it's safety.
If you are an abusive owner, then probably don't get a prong. If you don't get a prong collar, but you probably shouldn't have a pet anyways. If you're an abusive owner, because that's the only way your dog's gonna get hurt with the prong collar. If you abusively pull it, it's almost like if you had it on your neck, it's not uncomfortable if it's not pulling. So that's why it teaches them just not pull, and it teaches them to walk right next to you. Even with it, our dogs still pull a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, when they want to.
Because they know the limit of like, this doesn't hurt.
Getting choked today.
It doesn't hurt too bad here. It just kind of feels like a little prickly. So.
Yeah, but I feel like going back to what I was saying, I feel like a freaking mother. Like, he is showing more emotion. He cares about being out. He cares about when you feed him. He knows how to sit. He knows how to, like, there is just so much growing going on right now.
He doesn't pee as much.
And he looks at you, and I feel like he understands what's going on.
Yeah. When I mean pee, he doesn't, like, he used to do this, he still does the excitement, but, like, it's way less now.
Yeah.
Way less.
It's just insane. I couldn't imagine having a baby. Like a human baby.
Yeah.
That stuff goes by so fast. Anyway. My dog's getting big.
Yeah. And then he's only going to get bigger. I'm so interested to see where he goes. Let's see. T minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days.
Oh my gosh, it's nothing.
Till he leaves.
Who's going to think we abandoned him?
Yeah.
He'll be alright.
Hopefully.
He needs it.
Yeah, he does need it. Well, anything else?
Thank him all.
I guess we could just say like and subscribe. We probably should have said that in the beginning.
Subscribe, hit me up, talk to me.
What? What? What is that supposed to mean?
Obviously I'm not bad with the exits. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys next time.